Okay, so we have a look at the Bundesliga 2 as well, and I tried to get through a bit quicker here. Still, you find all you need in the description below. Leave your comments, leave your likes, subscriptions to my channel. It is absolutely free, and if you leave any comments, I will of course get back to you. And in the Bundesliga 2, in fact, I did perform a lot better. Computer suggested a couple of home sites, and some of them won, so it was at least an even balance in this league, unlike in the Bundesliga 1. Anyway, the league itself is pretty difficult to judge. Why is it so? The teams, first of all, they are very close to each other. I mean, we all may know this, or everyone at market may know this, but then there are a few results coming in, which then mean, am I completely wrong? Do these results matter? Do they tell me that I was wrong, or do they indicate a trend that is coming up? Regensburg are going to win promotion or something like that, or are they going down again? We just do not know. If we do not know, this is, well, we still may find bad, because we only have to ask this question: do other people know? Do they know better? But in this case, if other people also do not know, but we do not know, then it's not so easy to attack market there. Then we could say, well, I would rather understand this league myself. So it is a difficult league, and you can mention plenty of names where you do not know and you cannot be sure, and how it will go on. And I mentioned a couple of names already, but we can have a look at Kiel, 4th place last year. Now they lost all their games from the start. Now they drew one, they won one. Okay, are they getting back to the top? We don't know. Hannover, always with some higher expectations and losing game after game, but now they, well, maybe they can move up a bit. St. Pauli, I mean, it's not all of them in much doubt. They are average, but they underperformed a bit. I expected them a bit better. Ingolstadt, now they promoted, started badly, now they won a game away. HSV, we don't know. Werder Bremen, we cannot be so sure. Everywhere the table, we can compare this looking at the table as well. But when I say, well, I do not know, it means we have some bigger deviations here, which is leading to a huge standard deviation, which then means, well, why would you guess better, right? Many teams that underperformed and many that overperformed, so that's simply stretching the standard deviation, which means, well, do you feel certain there? You can't, because simply results are going upside down. And the efforts we have not even looked at. But Regensburg still top with 12 points, 6.06 expected. That's a huge difference. Paderborn also getting there, which I did not expect at all, rather the opposite. And St. Pauli, okay, I may have expected Dresden, the promoted side, right away at the top, but now I bet on them and they lost badly at home. So, well, in this case, what can you say, right? Werder Bremen, Schalke, HSV, all of them pretty well underneath what we had expected. 8 points. Werder are approaching, because I didn't expect too much from them. Schalke 7.1.5 points below. HSV with 6 points, 2.17 points below. But anyway, you also saw the efforts. So if you compare now, the one thing I can at least point out here is we have 68 home goals scored, while I expected 72.05. This is my settings. If you start to use the tool that you get a free access to for the German First Bundesliga, for Bundesliga 2, there is €3 a month. You can also get my settings for that. If you say they are good, you can have them. But I see 68 goals scored, 72.05 expected, so I'm pretty close, but 4 behind. Away sides also is 56 scored, 59.47. You only see the goal average is a bit lower than expected. But anyway, I'm not this far away. And this means home advantage is maybe pretty regular. I just did this calculation, but you can do the same thing together with me, or we can have a look here if we see what happened in the last campaign without spectators. We did have 138 home wins in 306 games. So take your pocket calculator and divide 306 by 138, the number of home wins. You see the true price for two balanced sides would be 2.21, 2.22. So if a price is higher than that, then the market should have good reason for that. And why would it do prices above 2.22 in a league where we notice that teams are close to each other? This is the one reason, so I have to select round 6 again. So we are here where we started from. You can check all those stats in the tool, which I will also try to give you some more guidelines. Also in my videos, in my Twitch streams that I do daily as a wedoper, recently in English language, because I would like to address more of you and get you interested in watching and liking, of course, what I do, and liking the tool itself as well. You can have your access to it as a web app and get your own data area where you can compile your own prices. To do the settings, I assist you easily, happily, if you wish to have any assistance. Go and watch my Twitch videos, channel wedoper. Usually weekdays at 3 post-medium p.m. Anyway, if Karlsruhe against Kiel, we see Karlsruhe 2.50, true price is 2.29, so the computer even accepts in some sense that maybe even Kiel are the better side. But 2.29 is close to the price I just showed you. But what should be wrong? Karlsruhe with a very good start, Kiel with a bad start. Now they won a game, maybe it's turning around. Karlsruhe lost, we do not know. But anyway, it would be justified in some sense to go with Karlsruhe. And in Hannover, St. Pauli, it's a similar story. Here the computer would still somehow say Hannover could even be the better side. It is, of course, there's market value and such things, but I didn't like the team, I didn't like their performances. So I can easily, of course, adjust my settings here and simply drop down Hannover a little bit. But they already went down a bit by the bad results. St. Pauli slightly ahead, okay, but maybe home advantage here in this game a bit bigger. We had to check that individually because there are adjustments to be made. But 250 is still a very decent price, I figure. I mean, the tool says so. And of course, if you do not like a team, one of them or so, or if you say, yeah, they were just awful, Hannover Pauli had been playing well, I accept that, and I can't disagree too much. Still, 2.50, as I showed, for a league in which the teams usually are pretty level. There needs to be good reason. Is there enough of that to make the price as high as 250? Ingolstadt Werder, I think we agree with the market, 330, 215. We are absolutely in harmony here. In HSV Sandhausen, I think it's the same. Maybe it's 160, 163. Computer might even consider. So if you find some reason to support HSV, you would not make a mistake according to my settings in my tool. But HSV, of course, did not convince us. On the other hand, Sandhausen also played badly all the games. They won one now. They lost at home to Ingolstadt. But, well, anyway, nothing so good about them. But HSV are not the side to be such heavy favorites. In Heidenheim, Dresden, you can ask yourself once again, why should Dresden be the better side? We saw the table, Dresden may be a bit higher, but Heidenheim should in fact not be the worst side, especially after now Dresden lost a game by a margin at home, 1-4 against Rostock, 1-3 or so. And Heidenheim didn't do much wrong to this end. We once again get a price bigger than the average price they played. So it should be a value whenever it's above 2.22. And this is the case here if the teams are on one level, which I would not doubt too much, although I still admit that this league is just going upside down a bit. And Dresden are, of course, the team we cannot assess so well. In Paderborn Schalke, once again, we would even agree if you find some reason to go with Schalke, who didn't play so well, but maybe you expect them to do better in the future, and you still think Paderborn did too well, I would have all reason to adjust here. I don't do it, and I'm not going to bet it. 265 is anyway just a very small difference to 255, so I can easily adjust it here. Also inside the game, we can go right into the game here, and we can say, first of all, we can say, well, Schalke did not convince me so far, so I make them 5% lower. We can also say a little more draws, because computer is a bit careful with these draws at the moment. I'm working on that to improve there, but now we would even have the 4% were already turning it around, that Paderborn are slight favorites. It is an even game, I would accept that, so everything perfect. We're not going to bet here. In our Düsseldorf, computer may suggest Aue, who didn't perform so badly. On the other hand, Düsseldorf actually played a lot better, but Aue are bottom of the table. They all expected them to be there, although they started with a couple of draws. Now they lost a few games. Of course, we would be careful with them and don't want them. There is some margin, but we can easily, also for this game, simply say, well, a bit shape against them, a bit maybe shape on their side or something like that. Düsseldorf, that we like them a bit more. It's just a small percentage, but then maybe, well, it would still be slightly indicated. I did not adjust the draw here. Anyway, I don't want it. Well, you can say, why are you doing those prices if you don't bet on them? Anyway, I don't have to bet. I still can observe those teams and simply have a look. Sometimes I like them, also in Schalke when they played. Also, they may have lost there, did they? But anyway, it was some good games, but not so trustful. Regensburg-Nürnberg, I would understand why market would in fact make it an even game. This is kind of a derby. Now you find all reasons that Nürnberg fans are going to travel there. It's just 80, couple of miles, 60 miles or so, and they could get. It's a derby of some tradition, maybe in this area, but I wouldn't understand, because Regensburg simply played well. Even if they now lost the game, it was still okay the way they played. 270 is way, way, way off. And when I saw them playing, I liked them. Nürnberg may still be unbeaten even, are they? Or did they lose one? Anyway, they are playing well. But 270, that would also, if I would have the regular settings from the start of the season, Nürnberg slightly ahead, why not? But the performances did not confirm this. Derby character is special. Still, we had to go for this. Darmstadt, Rostock against Darmstadt, computer would even suggest this one. I'm just showing you 270 is more than 257. It's always the home sides, because the home advantage in this league, as I showed earlier on, is pretty regular as we had. So why 270? But Rostock are promoted. They are a bit shaky. We are not so certain yet, while Darmstadt, in fact, did really play some good games. Why would they be favorites? The league is too close for me. But I would simply stay away here and say, okay, let's go. I mean, I'm watching it, and maybe I can still adjust my opinion or so, or regret it that I haven't done it. But you're not forced to bet those things. It is an indication. There is not so much reason why Rostock should be outsiders, dogs here, but Darmstadt also impressed me, and we have some slight doubts about Rostock. So anyway, these four, it's once again home teams, and I know none of them is more than 50% so a lot can happen here. I think we understand the computer why it thinks home sides, why market wouldn't do so. I can't see so well the reason, because also in the quarantine, in the campaign without the spectators, we had some regular home advantage, which is a bit curious. Anyway, this is my video for Bundesliga 2. Thanks a lot. You find everything you need in the description, and thanks a lot. Bye-bye.